Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited because I am doing the everything under $10 face challenge. Is that what it's called? What exactly did Tati call it? Tati called it nothing over $10 tag. So that's what I am doing. I was tagged by a fellow YouTuber, Frugalista, like fashionista, but Frugalista Blog. So she was really awesome and kind enough to tag me in this challenge. As I'm sure a lot of you know, the premise of the challenge is no product you use can be over $10, which in all honesty was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. If you're new to my channel, you're like, oh, whatever, big deal. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I use really high-end products for the most part. I rarely use drugstore. It's just a personal preference. I had a hard time finding because I have drugstore products. Like I have a lot of L'Oreal products and lo and behold, most of the L'Oreal stuff is over $10. This is kind of a compilation of stuff that I've had and stuff that I purchased specifically for this challenge. So some of it I have used and some of it I have not. Just a disclaimer now, most of the brushes I'm using are not technically $10, but I tried to pull out like any of my MAC brushes or any of my expensive ones and kind of focus on like my Real Techniques, my Sigma, and my Morphe are really good quality brushes for not super expensive. They kind of range from, I would say, like $5 for a smaller brush up to like $20 for like their fancy brushes. I'm going to tell you some of the exact prices. Some of them I don't know the exact price. I just kind of Amazoned them to see. Amazon's a great place to buy makeup, by the way, because a lot of the brands have Amazon stores. So some of these brands that maybe you don't know how to find them at your drugstore, they might be on Amazon. The foundation I'm using today is going to be interesting. I haven't even tried it. I don't even know if the color's right. So we're going to have to see if I can make it work. Isn't that like a challenge of a YouTuber? Like, make it work. So I zoomed you guys in a little bit. I'm going to start with this clip that was actually free to clip my hair back. It was commandeered, so that makes it free. I'm trying to do more of a full glam. I've seen a lot of people kind of do like very simple daytime look. Lashes, everything. We're going all in. We're going ham. I'm going to start with Nivea Men Aftershave Balm. I know a lot of people are using this as a primer because it's cheap. It's like $5. I haven't used it in a while on my channel because my boyfriend stole it from me and he's put it in his drawer and I forget about it. It has an ingredient that I can't read because I don't have the box that helps kind of make your makeup stick. It's very sticky, so it's great for long lasting. Yes, it does smell like Guy, but it goes away really, really fast. It's also in a glass container, which I like because that means that you're not getting any residue from the plastic into your product. And this one's really liquidy compared to a lot of like silicone feeling primers. It's not pore filling, it's definitely more of a, your makeup's gonna last. I hope it's nice and tacky. For foundation, I am using L'Oreal True Match Natural Buff in 3. Before I start this, let me raise my concerns with drugstore makeup. A, they're not that cheap. Most of the foundations I wanted were like $14. Drugstore foundations a lot of times are sealed. The problem is that they are sealed, so everyone unseals them. So this one was open. I think that it hasn't been used before. I like tried to look at a bunch of them, but they were open. So for me, it's a big hygiene issue. Like almost everything I touched had a broken seal. That's a big negative to me about drugstore products is because they don't have a sample. Everyone opens everything. So take that into consideration too. Like when you're doing the drugstore versus more expensive is the fact that you don't have a sample, so you run the risk of having contaminated makeup, in my opinion. We're gonna go with it though, because I was desperate and I literally could not find anything. I've heard good things about this foundation. Oh wow, that was a pretty good match actually. This color does seem to match pretty well. Maybe like a little yellow. The neutral color, so it shouldn't have any yellow undertones. It definitely shows this peach fuzz, like really bad color, and they do have a ton of colors. I think this color looks pretty good. The coverage is okay, light to medium at most. And for concealer, I've heard a lot of people rave about this concealer and it was under budget. I think I'm gonna use kind of 2 concealers, I haven't decided. So I have right here is the $7.99 Maybelline Age Rewind. And then I also grabbed, okay, so the NYX concealer, which was $5. Of course, I have no idea what these colors are. I have to like just pick them from looking at them because they were both, these were both sealed. So this has like a plastic all the way around. And then the Maybelline was in an actual box. Rewind, oh, I get it, so gimmicky. Here we go, I see product. That's annoying. That is nice and light. Very, very light. The color I'm using is light pale. I'm gonna go try to do full glam here. This one's actually lighter. So these are both really light concealers. So You could probably get a much, oh, and the NYX I bought color CW02, but it's alright because I like my concealers pretty light. When I was doing my 1 year anniversary video, I saw how bad my skin was in some of the beginning ones, and I was like, oh. I'm having a pimple now. I cannot complain because I could do. You guys know I like to use a cream highlighter. I usually use my Sephora drops, which were $14, so that didn't work, or I use my Benefit WhatsApp, which is like $25, which didn't work. So I grabbed the Essence So Glow. This is just a cream to powder highlighter, but I'm gonna use it kind of before I put powders on my face, on my sponge, and just highlight. Ooh. Oh, don't know about you. All very like makeup-y looking right here. I already had this, but I want to do a little teeny bit of contouring. So I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is the color, I think this is Beautifully Bronzed. I just take a little teensy tiny of product and I just want to start kind of contouring my nose. I'm talking like use a little teeny tiny bit of product because you can get crazy with this real fast. And then I use it on my cheekbones. And then lately I've just been contouring right on my temple. I haven't even been kind of contouring up towards here. And then I'm going to use my Real Techniques stippling brush. I'm going to slowly feather the product up, always up when you're doing contour. Because the idea is it has to shadow downward, so you always want to feather up. And then I have a hard time always blending in my nose. Honestly, sometimes your finger works best. Then I'm going to set my face using HD Studio Photogenic powder from NYX. I would say this is like the Laura Mercier's dupe powder. It's just a lot more drying. But honestly, right now I'm having a ton of movement in my makeup, so I'm alright with that. I'm using a Luxie tapered brush. I got it in an Ipsy bag. Just gonna set my eyes first using this tapered brush, or anywhere I concealed. I feel like it's in your mouth. Taking this big brush that I got actually when I ordered the Balm highlighter from Amazon. It sent like this brush with me, so I have no idea how much this costs. This is the same brush I always use for my powder. I just like and lightly kind of setting my whole face. So for eyes, I have 3 different palettes. The first one I got is the CoverGirl True Naked in Golden. This was $9.99. The next one I got is the Revolution, which by the way, I haven't tried their stuff yet, but geez, they have really good pricing. So I got it right now. It was buy one, get one half off at Ulta, and I got this palette. I paid $3.70 for it, but it was $7. And then one from my Ipsy Glam bag that I had, which is just Ipsy and NYX. And I do set the lid. I'm gonna use this kind of white lighter color in this palette. For a transition color, I want to keep it fairly warm. I'm going to use this kind of, because of course these don't have names, this kind of color right here from the CoverGirl palette. So far the payoff isn't bad. Blends fairly nicely. And I'm going to take this kind of bronze color in the middle right here, and I'm just going to pack that all over the lid and see what happens. Kind of concentrating on the outer corner. But nothing has a mirror in any of these products. So I am going to use this Laura Mercier. I'm not using this product, I'm just using this mirror. This is actually a pretty color. I would actually use this color again. When you buff it, obviously you lose all of that sparkle. So you just gotta do it nice and slow and easily. And pack and repack. And sometimes you gotta not close your eye fully, just so you get a better understanding where your crease is. And take this kind of gold color right here, and I'm just gonna put that all in the inner corner of my lid. See how that looks? Oh yeah, that's very pretty. And then you just kind of tap to blend the colors together. As of right now, I'm just using this CoverGirl palette. I don't think I'm even gonna jump into that, into the Revolution one, because it's very cool. And I'm like on the warm trend here. I'm gonna take this Morphe brush. This is the Morphe 433 brush. And I'm gonna take the darkest color in this palette, right here. And I am very lightly gonna pack it into the corner. I'm getting to use my favorite wing liner, which is the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner in the color Blackest Black, because it's the best freaking black liner out there. You guys have seen me do a black liner. I'm not doing a big wing. Famous last words. I struggle enough with gel liners to have to use like a brush that I don't even know. I was like, nah. I'm gonna throw some mascara on. I'm using my L'Oreal Telescopic. I love this mascara. And then I'm gonna throw lashes on. I had a lot of lash options at under $10. There are all the Vegas Nay ones, which are for the most part under $10. These are the Grand Glamour ones. Also, all the Ardells are awesome. These are the Demi Wispies. These are like my OG favorite lashes, but these are very natural. I wanted to use a company that I actually just discovered on Instagram. and I reached out to them and they were nice enough to give me a coupon code to get lashes. So I am using the Noir Lash Company. These are the Roslyn lashes, and you can't see them on camera, but they're very, very, very winged. Very winged, which looks perfect because I'm wearing wing. And I really like their lashes because they are cruelty-free and vegan, which means they are not made of mink, which I am trying not to wear mink lashes. They might sneak up on me every once in a while, but I'm trying to wear faux mink or silk lashes as much as possible. Oh, and the Duo brush adhesive lashes are on, and I think they are beautiful. Oh wow, yes, beautiful. They weigh nothing. Like, I'm telling you, these are the lightest lashes I've ever worn. They feel like nothing, and they're not so long that like I feel them. Okay, they were super easy to apply. The band is so thin that these are definitely, I think, going to be great lashes for like the no liner days. Are the Noir Lash Company in Roslyn. I asked them, because they are exactly $10, if we could get a coupon code for my subscribers, and they said yes. So the coupon code is below. If you guys want to order from Noir Lash Company, and also their Instagram will be below. They make great cruelty-free lashes, and I would love to support them. I'm going to finish off just kind of very, very lightly doing the bottom lash. So I'm just taking the darkest shade, Sigma Flat Definer Brush F15. And I'm just gonna start rubbing it up against the lash line. I'm just really concentrating this color like right into the lash line. It's actually a nice color. Then I'm gonna take a pencil brush. This one I have is my Sephora pencil brush, so I'm sure it's fairly affordable. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm using to change the brush colors, I do use the Sephora Color Swap, which is just like this spongy thing, and I rub the brush on there and it takes the color off the brush, because this had pink on it, so that would have been interesting. So I'm going to take the transition shade, and I am just going to run it all over the lash line to blend out that darker color, to smoke it all out. Kind of keeping my brush a little bit below where the dark is. To add like a little pizzazz, I'm going to take a small E36 brush, which is just kind of my smaller inner corner highlight brush. And I'm actually going to take it and really put that gold all in this inner corner. So I'm using the 3 different golds all on here, and then I'm going to throw some mascara on the bottom lashes. I love the L'Oreal Telescopic for the bottom lashes especially, and then just go like this to kind of help bring your natural lashes with the false lashes. So normally I would put something in my waterline, but I forgot to buy a pencil that was cheap, and I didn't have a single pencil that was under $10, so you could do dark brown, or you could do nude, kind of depending what you want your waterline to look like. But mine ain't get nothing because I don't have anything. Let's warm this face up. So I have 3 different bronzer options, and I'm going to use this as kind of like a contouring. It's probably not dark enough at all to do it, but I'm going to use it to kind of set my contour. I'm using my normal Real Techniques, that kind of flat brush, and this is the Essence Sun Club. This is for lighter skin, and it's just the matte bronzing powder. But because it's matte, I can use it for more of a contouring. Ooh, Lord, that's a lot. To go over my nose contour as well, I'm going to use this small Royal Langnickel. I don't even know. This came in an Ipsy bag as well. Ipsy always sends me brushes. But this is always the brush that I use for my nose contour. So it worked out well. So that's definitely a little orange. I'm going to take everything off the brush and kind of try to blend it all in. Haha. We're going to try this. Because I don't have a matte highlight color, I'm going to take this color, which is the lightest color in this CoverGirl palette, and I'm actually just going to run it on my nose to kind of lighten the bridge of my nose. I would normally use my Kat Von D for this, but because I can't use it, and because I didn't think to buy like a brightening setting powder, it doesn't look horrible. I mean, I'm not going to like change my routine. So pretty much anywhere that I put the concealer, the dark concealer, by the way. I haven't done my brows yet. Girl, what the? Stop and do brows. I am using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Taupe. It looks like my brow is, and it was $9.99. By the skin of my teeth, people. By the skin of my teeth. So honestly, I'm pretty impressed with this. I will say you have to, for sure, make sure you have the product pushed up high enough, because it goes really fast. It's very hard in comparison to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. The product itself is very hard. You have to push a little bit harder, which in turn means you use more product. which means that this probably won't last nearly as long as my brow wigs, which will last me a very long time, a couple months. And it's not as good as filling in this area, because since it does pull a little bit, you want to be careful. You don't want to like damage your actual eyebrow hair. But for sculpting, for 10 bucks, I think that it's pretty darn good. What I didn't do is pick up brow gel. I didn't even see brow gel. Now that I've contoured, I'm going to just kind of warm up the face all over. I'm using the, this is Revolution Makeup Revolution London. This is the Vivid Bake Bronzer in the color Ready to Go. It's very shimmery. That's why I didn't want to use it for contouring. You don't want to have shimmer where you contour, but you can use this all over just to blend out the contour and to warm up the face. Oh, by the way, this is a Real Techniques blush brush. For blush, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush. I had this very like peachy bronze, so summery. First of all, I'm going to blend this all out. I'm blending everything using a Sonia Kashuk number 124 stippling brush. It's a really soft stippling brush, so it's not going to pick up a lot of product. It's just really just blending everything together, because the thing I found about drugstore is it doesn't blend as well as high-end makeup. That is one of the big issues that I have with drugstore makeup. So you have to work a little bit harder. It's cheaper, but you have to work a little bit harder to get perfect makeup. I'm going to take a cosmetic sponge square, and I'm just going to dip it inside of my NYX powder, and I'm going to clean this up right here. So hopefully that'll kind of clean up the mess and create more of that chisel that I want. So for highlight was hard. You would think that there's like a crap ton of highlight on the market if you go to Sephora. If you go to the drugstore, powdered highlighter is not common. It's just not, there wasn't a lot of choices. I couldn't find one in L'Oreal, Maybelline, anybody had like anything that was stand out. They might have it, it's just kind of hiding down below maybe. I don't know where it was. For highlighter, I grabbed the Revolution Makeup by London, the Vivid Baked Highlighter in the color Golden Light. By the way, it's all rubbing off on the packaging already. So I already put the essence on, but that was a cream highlighter. I want to put a powder highlighter over it. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques, I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush, and a lot of product, I feel like. Ooh, that's a lot of highlight. So that's really gold. You definitely need to hit it with, it was $3 by the way, if you guys are wondering. Definitely hitting it with the beauty sponge to soften this up, because it is no joke right now. I'm going to use the City Color Duo to do my brow bone, because I don't want a gold brow bone, and I'm using this kind of lighter middle shade. And then I'm going to brush this away, and then we'll do lips. So far, so good. I think the standout product is definitely the CoverGirl eyeshadow palette. I'm going to start with my NYX lip liner crayon in Natural. Can't talk about this enough. I couldn't find it at first, and I was like freaking out. It was in one of my purses, because I actually use it a ton. I talked about these lip liners in my last haul. I'll link that down below. And then for lips color, I'm going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in the color Athens. I've worn it once so far. It's kind of peachy. I like it. I really want the color to be more opaque. I can't say enough about the liner, but the lip cream, it's good, but it's just not great. And to finish it off, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have a setting spray. I'm going to use the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. And that's the final look. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed me using more affordable drugstore products. I must admit it was interesting for me to hunt it down, because $10 is actually a very small number for a lot of brands. And then I kind of discovered new brands. Like, I haven't used CoverGirl in years. I'm really happy about their CoverGirl True Naked Golden palette. I'm also pretty happy with like the essence stuff that I have, the foundation and the concealer. It hasn't moved since, but it was moving around a lot, which made me kind of nervous. And then obviously I have some things that I love in here that are, you know, my blush from Milani and my Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner that I already use a ton and that I love. And then also I'm really excited about the lashes. I think that Noir Lash Company makes great lashes so far. I've used 2 different pairs and I think they're beautiful. Both very different. These are very natural and the other ones were very extreme. But so far I really love these lashes. I think they're so comfortable. These are the most comfortable lashes I've ever worn. Never have I ever felt like I have no lashes on like I feel like now. Alright guys, well thank you for watching this video. Please remember to subscribe. I forget so often to tell you guys to subscribe. I always put it in my little outro, but sometimes I just forget to tell you. Please subscribe to my channel. My figures you can see in like your YouTube analyst of people who watch my videos who are subscribed versus not subscribed is really low. So obviously I need to like campaign for my viewers to actually subscribe. So hopefully you can click down below the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. I try to put out new videos as much as I can, and but I also try to put out the best quality videos I can. With all that said, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, bye!